At 212, it boils. You want to get your business boiling. That's when you hit 10 in a 10 recruits in a month. In order to hit 10 recruits in a month, that's once you hit that, that's going to allow 20% of your people to do 80% of the work. Listen, 20% of 10 is 2 people. Right now, if who has more than 10 in attendance? Okay? You don't have to raise your hand, but if you have more than 10 in attendance, you can guarantee that it's you and somebody else doing some work. But if you have less than 10 in attendance, it's the reason why you're frustrated is because it's all you. 20% of 9 or less is 1. You can't have 1.9 of a person, 1.5 of a person, right? In order to teach double digit, you got to learn how to double digit. Just like making money, you can't teach it unless you make it first. Then when you get on Zoom, how do you build that environment? Zoom etiquette, guys. Listen, we know Shaq says, hey, I'm quoting Shaq. If you can't turn your video off, we understand. He is just saying that to be nice, guys. Shaq does not work with your people. If his video is on, your video got to be on. If his video is on, all your teammates' videos better be on. And I tell our team all the time, we're the winning team. Turn your video on. You don't want to turn your video on? Go to some other team because we're the winning team. If you don't want to be on the winning team, you don't want to be a winning teammate, you want to add to the winning environment, I don't say it directly like that, but that's my attitude, guys, right? Turn your video on because you guys know if your video is not on, if somebody's video is not on, how are they paying attention, right? You know, when your coach doesn't watch you on a daily basis, when the boss is away, the mice will play, right? Turning your video on is just like not really working. Nobody's watching you. How many times at your job, your hourly job, your salary job, do you get on your phone, but you still get paid for it? People can't do that here, okay? Clothes on too, okay? We say that to be funny, but for real, get your clothes on, right? If this was a real meeting, like meaning physical, we had to be in the office, you wouldn't show up naked, would you? So treat it as if you were in a real physical meeting in the office. You want to add to the environment. When your video is off, it subtracts from the environment. And if you had 100 people watching you and you are Shaq, imagine you were Shaq. If you had 100, 200 people to train, would your video be off? No. But how can you be a Shaq and get to Shaq's level if you don't even start with the basics? Saturday a.m. and Tuesday p.m. Now that Shaq has new people, the bulletproof class, the Saturday morning and Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. These are just the basic attendance, guys. We talk about attendance on Saturday all the time, but if you're on my team, the Trishana, the Joeys, CEOs, Toms, etc., you guys working based with me, just know that's the basic attendance, guys. That's the basic attendance. Your real team is somebody who shows up every Friday, the blitz, right? To set appointments so you can build a profitable attendance and attend drill for skill if that's available, etc. Work sessions, watching their teammates be trained by you. Your team gets stronger as they attend more of the higher level meetings. You got to learn how to promote every single resource that's available to you. YouTube, Telegram. And man, if you are not checking Telegram, your teammates are not going to check it. I know for sure if somebody's not on Telegram, they can't add to that basic environment. How are they going to add to the other environments, right? That person, that's a red flag to me. Somebody to avoid, not somebody to follow. So no, when you do invites, 50% show up. And you got to have solid attendance, guys. Solid invites, real attendance, real invites. What do I mean by that? How many times do we have people that show up at 9:20, 9:30 a.m. and 10 o'clock happens, Shaq splits us, and they don't even show up to a Zoom room, or they don't even show up to their 90-day bulletproof 6-week class now, right? You ask them what did they learn, they can't answer it because they were in and out of class, right? They show up early, they show up late, they leave early, they leave late, whatever it is, right? 50% of real solid invites, half will show. Okay, if you're just inviting them to win top turnout, that's not real attendance. They can show up and we can have 50 people showing up, but only half of them show up to the whole 9:30 to 11. That's not real attendance, right? So you got to have, in order to have 10 in attendance, you got to have 20 solid invites. 10 plus in attendance means a weekly basis, means double digit recruit in the month. If you have 10 plus in attendance on a weekly basis and you're doing the right things, like Shay said, go to Blitz, set appointments, and work with them throughout the week, that's double digit recruiting automatically. Keyword automatically. Once I started doing 10 in attendance myself, before I could teach somebody else, we were doing 10 in double digit recruiting. Build 10 to 15 hours with your newest teammates as quick as possible, preferably using the 24 to 48 hour rule. throughout the week so they have enough retention. You want to retain your teammates. It's not Saturday to Saturday that you expect them to show up. Now, silent partners are a little bit different, but you don't want a team of silent partners, guys. Silent partners, they just give referrals and you're still self-employed, okay? We want part-timers to full-timers. Build 10 to 15 hours as quick as possible, preferably with the newest people. The newest blood should be your priority. People that are a little bit older, once they get kind of in the system, you can spend less and less time with them, but still on a consistent 24 to 48 hour basis. I talk to Trishana every single day. I talk to Seal every single day now. I talk to Keenan every single day, right? And I know the people that contact me back within 10 minutes, those are the people I'm focused on, right? It's a game, right? If I throw the ball to you, you throw it back, we can play. But if you don't throw it back to me, sorry, I got to focus on somebody else. And Shay knows if once you take your fingers off somebody, their numbers go down the drain, right? But they're gonna also be willing to be coachable. High weekly recruiting activity equals higher attendance, guys. What do I mean? You got to invite to the webinar. Use the resources. The best recruiters, the best attendance builders are the ones that use all the resources available to them. The webinars, Monday to Sunday that we have, and all the times available, choose 2 or 3 times that work for you in your schedule, right? Do the follow-ups immediately after. Do more fast start meetings. More webinar invites equals more follow-ups equals more fast start meetings, and immediately more Saturday attendance. Saturday attendance just doesn't come out of thin air. You build 10 first to teach 10, and those teammates that miss 2 meetings in a row, 2 Saturdays in a row preferably, that I'm talking about, this did not come from me. This came from Bruce. Okay, I'm just a messenger. They're dead, quote unquote. Okay, not literally, but they're dead, which means I don't know about you guys, but for me, I take them off Telegram because you're dead weight. Why would I want you on there? And then somebody new come on, oh, there's 60 people on here and we only got 20 appointments set. No. Okay. Who are the real people? If you're not even checking Telegram, I know you're not going to show up Saturday. You don't show up Saturday. The first time you don't show up, okay, cool. Emergency, things happen. I understand, funeral, somebody in the hospital, grandma, if that happened to you, God willingly, they survived the hospital visit, whatever. I'm not, insensitive to that. But you can't have an emergency every single Saturday. That's just literally impossible. Okay. There's not a real emergency every Saturday morning. Like God does not say, oh, by the way, let me just throw an emergency to you at 9:30 sharp every single Saturday. That doesn't happen. Okay. Don't let people step all over you guys. Okay. You got to put your foot down and be firm. Your time is valuable too. And your time is more valuable than theirs. And Shaq's is more too. So I take them off Telegram. So let's start with the scripts real quick. I know I'm moving fast, guys, but we got to get to Blitz. So let's start with the follow-up. In the you got to build attendance by getting commitments, firm commitments. Same thing with how we set appointments. We got to get firm commitments for the times, backup times, all that good stuff. So let's say you do the webinar and now you're at the follow-up. In the follow-up, you're going to build rapport, you're going to answer their questions, but eventually you're going to get to the 4 commitments. Number 1, criminal background. Number 2, taking 2 tests. Number 3, the 124, so you can see if you should move forward with an IBA or not. Number 3, 124. But then number 4, this is what I say, this is what our team says. Last but not least, the most important commitment, CEO, is your time. Saturday morning from 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. and Tuesday evening from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Zoom. Our vice president, CEO, does a 6-week bulletproof course with all the new people. Are those times going to be an issue for you at all? And I ask this question as if I'm doing a takeaway, okay? So I've already just asked, is 124 going to be an issue for you today to make sure you get your studying material? Yes, no, maybe so. Okay, no worries, perfect. So CEO, last but not least, most important commitment is your time. Saturday morning from 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. and Tuesday evening from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Zoom. Our vice president does a 6-week bulletproof course with all the new people. Now, are those times going to be an issue for you at all? And CEO says, no, I'm good. Okay. Now let's say she does say yes, right? And she has her JOB that she's trying to get out of anyways. You guys understand that? I understand that. She even understands that. CEO, okay, perfect. So you're scheduled for your other job, your first job on a Saturday morning? Yes, I am. Okay, that's fine. Do you have a pretty good relationship with your boss? Like, does he like you? Okay. If you had school and college classes to attend on Saturday morning, would he understand? Okay, so what I want you to do is go and let him know that you have training courses for your certification classes on Saturday morning. He wouldn't have an issue with you attending school, right, and getting certifications. I already got the commitment, right? What did I just do? I didn't say that you have another job. I said you got school because this is school. You got to learn, right? And you got to make sure you normalize it for people. All right? Moving faster, guys. Hopefully that helps. That's the follow up. Now, getting the commitment to show up again is in the fast start meeting is a little bit more detailed. Okay. So in the fast start meeting, the first 3 commitments we get before we go into explaining anything about how we're going to train them is 1, communication, 2 is coachability. Right. I'm going to call on somebody in a second, but let me go over this. So once you get the permission to coach them and they say, yeah, you can coach me. Okay, great. Remember this conversation, Gabrielle, because one day you may have something personal that may come up, but you still trust me to get you to the next level, right? Awesome. And last but not least, always show up. You see it's in bold, so definitely put a star next to that. Showing up is the lowest level commitment. If you don't show up, I'm not able to spend any time with you because that would not send the right message to the other teammates, would it? And also, if you don't show up, I just cancel all of your client appointments. Now, I understand that there are emergencies. If you have a funeral or you fell down the steps and broke an ankle, you have COVID, or you have to go to the hospital, just text me and let me know you're alive. But if your dog ate your homework, you have a fight with your significant other, or you forgot to do your laundry, that probably is not a good idea to skip training, is it? See what I said? No. So just make sure you show up, and these are the times that we show up. Then I click to the next page and I reiterate Saturday, Tuesday, Friday morning, get their commitment for that, etc. So let me see who's on here real quick that can go over this real quick. Joey. Miss Joey, I was going to call on you. Listen, all right. You get paid for what you do in the ring, not outside the ring, right? So perfect practice makes perfect. So I want you to turn on your trainer hat real quick. So I just want you to read this as if you were training like a Chanel, okay? Miss Joey, okay. So I'm your trainee, Jen. You just asked me if you could coach me. I said, yes, you can coach me.
So we're moving to number 3?
Yes.
Okay. So you said yes to being coachable. Okay. And last but not least, you need to always show up. You see it's in bold, so definitely put a star next to that. Showing up is the lowest level of commitment. If you don't show up, I'm not able to spend any time with you because it would not send the right message to other teammates, would it?
No, it wouldn't.
And also, if you don't show up, I just cancel all of your client appointments. Now, I do understand that there are emergencies. If you have a funeral or you fell down the steps, hopefully not, and broke an ankle, have COVID and have to go to the hospital, please just text me and let me know you're alive. But if your dog ate your homework, you have a fight with your significant other, or you forgot to do your laundry, that's probably not a good idea to skip training, is it?
No.
So just make sure you show up, and these are the times that we show up.
Great job. Now, if you guys were watching Joey, I don't know if you guys could see her, but she smiled while she did it. Bruce always says, if you're trying to say direct things, put a smile on your face because you don't want to be like the mean person, right? At least not yet. You got to put your foot down a little bit more firm later. But in the beginning, you want to be their friend too, but also have a boundary with being their coach, right? You got to set the tone. So let's start with invites using favor, sorry. All right, so I'm going to go over this really quick. This is the last thing. We're not going to have time for questions, so make sure you guys really go over this, okay? So this is using the favor. So if you guys have people that you just want them to show up, you want to sell the environment, and I'm calling Trishana. Be my role play real quick, Trishana. Ring.
Okay. Hey, Jen.
Hey, Trishana, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. Hey, listen, real quick. Do you have a couple minutes to speak? I have something important to ask you.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. What are you doing Saturday morning, by the way?
Nothing.
Nothing? Okay, great. I need a huge favor. I have a promotion I'm fighting for, and I need to show my vice president that I can market myself. All I need to do is have 10 people show up for me on Zoom from 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. I need an honest review of the education being shared, and plus you'll learn something for your time, and you'll thank me later. But will you please show up for me tomorrow morning?
Yeah, absolutely, Jen.
Okay, great. Awesome. I'm going to send you the Zoom ID, okay? But all I need for you to do is log in with your name and your video on, or else I won't be able to count you. And when our vice president splits everyone, go to the guy Samir Zoom and I'll text that to you. But take notes so I can report what value you learned. Is that okay?
Yeah, sounds great.
Okay, thank you so much. Mind you, I'm going to make sure you're awake tomorrow. So please make sure you charge your phone, okay?
Okay,
Don't put it down.
awesome.
Good, guys. I'm just going to go over it one time. Make sure you go back to the training. Thank you, Trishana. Real quick. So, Trishana, come back with me real quick and pretend now you are a person that needs to think about it, okay? And I'm trying to recruit you. You're in the follow-up, okay?
Okay.
So tell me you need to think about it.
I don't know, Jen. I have to think about it. I kind of have some things going on.
Okay. So since I know that you, based on everything you told me, your goals, and you're really trying to get out of the current position that you're at financially. I mean, I see a lot of great things in you, but since I know that you're a person, you seem like a person with integrity. Since you really have to think about it, can I trust that you'll really think about it?
Yeah, I'll really think about it.
Okay, perfect. Well, listen, the good news is that I don't need you to make any decisions today because I'm not ready to make a decision on you either. We have a training this Saturday specifically that our vice president allows guests to come, be kind of like a fly on the wall. This way you can see our environment and how you'll be trained. That way you can have full information to think on, which is what you would need anyways, wouldn't you?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Awesome. So I'll send you the Zoom ID. All I need for you to do is log in with your name and video, or else we can't really count you. And our vice president is somebody I have to go through in order to submit your application. Okay. Now you're gonna go to Samir's Zoom, which I'll text that to you as well. But just take notes so I can make sure that you have something that some things that you can ask me questions on, and we can move forward from there. Sounds fair?
Yeah, sounds good.
Awesome, guys. All right. So we don't really have time for questions. Thank you, Trishana, for role playing. And Shay, you want to close us out really quick, or you want me to close us out?
Hey, that was so good. I'm going to go back and watch that all over again. That was gold, y'all. Profitable attendance. Look at all of those nuggets in what she says, how she says it, really taking the pressure off of them. That gold. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Jen. Get your week set up, right? If you can, jump on the Blitz in 2 minutes. This is how you go over and beyond. Remember, abundance, you should have already set 5 before 11 o'clock. Now, guess what? You're going over and beyond. You can get to 10, you can get to 15 to make sure that week is booked out, and then you will teach your teammates the same. Profitable attendance. I encourage all of you to go back on and watch the YouTube again, right? Remember, repetition is the mother of learning. The more we hear this, the better we will get, right? And we will execute these plays. Okay, you guys have a God bless day. Jump on the Blitz at 11 o'clock. Be safe. Bye-bye.